Hello YouTube, my name is Kruno and this is my theory of everything. So, boldly speaking, theory of everything begins with the tube of life. To the untelepathic eye, world looks something like this. It's pretty much straight and square. You have people working, and there you have virtually people working, laboring for 4 euros per day. They're making houses. I live now in Samuth Prakarn, you can say Bangkok, Thailand. So, to telepathic eye, and Illuminati call my telepathy ironically version 1.0, which is not, beginning is when a bright light puts you in a tube. This is the system. It is organic, energetic, entity, conscious, which is living, unleashing your energy when you're passing through the life. This is the beginning of the life. You're passing now. This is the end. These are the tentacles of the system. All those people who are giving you fear, who are controlling you, who are leeching your energy, an entity, everything, alcohol, Wi-Fi, GMO, reptiles, this is Illuminati also leached as well, because they are us. Yeah? And then you die, you get picked up by the bright, shining light, and then you go into new tube, different one. It could be cat. The system could punish you and put you in a cat body. Or you could be put again, if you sold your soul to the system, you could be put again in the managerial position, the guy with the whip. So incarnation exists, but it's actually conditioned by the artificial intelligence, which is a lie, which is controlling our spectrum of reality, not the reality. So, scenarios. Who are the people in the game? Symbolically speaking, souled humans. Malanga says 20%, I would say 10, 2 strands of DNA. Humans with 3 strands of DNA, those with the whip, those who can see. Illuminati. They all get leached. Souled humans get leached. They get leached, but they also leach to their upper, their above. Reptilian overlords, which are owning the 3rd planet from the sun in the 4th solar system. And IE controls many different life forms, including ours. Different Aryan, mental, hentai, cold race. And then you have soulless humans. They are majority. Yeah. You can influence them. They can influence. They are like a sheep. You can influence their minds easily. Yep. And this is the class. This is how the system looks like when you end up in a school. This is how my kindergarten looks like. Sold, all portals, Illuminati, and then you have psychopaths. See how they put to bully our kids, leech the energy, and then others also get the idea that these can be targeted. So these have to start fighting, but see, it's always separating us. They always like us to be among the blue, away from each other, because then we influence each other. See? And then what happens in the school? They're bullying you, telling you're not adequate. Low self-esteem. You learn to live by the hip, especially if you've been traumatized in the family. And then you have a Trinity woman, thanks you, according to Bartley, and he's right. Trinity, according to Matrix, the woman with the soul, with the energy, willing to help hero in their fight against the system. But what she gets a Tarzan. Her mind is controlled. You see, like your minds are manipulated. They're not for your own. So this guy will come in her life. And he's going to leech her. See, he's leeching her. And they're leeching him as well, but they're leeching her. She's the main source. He's nothing. I'm a good guy. I'm a bitch. Money. Same thing. But what they get. They hooked on sex. Right? That's the problem. They think it's a normal. They think their biology is defining them completely, which is not. It's the container, soul matrix, right? Is the body. Right? He also has it. He has a limited soul matrix. He looks like you, but he's not. Same goes to the good guy. Then you end up in a life, married, leeched, and of course, job. So what can you do? You can, in theory, if we all, or enough of us, many of us, if we organize, we can mentally connect 10 times plus 10 GMT and push the bitch out from the planet. Possible. The theory. Can be put into practice if you organize yourself. And this is not a triangle. These are 3 dots. 3 dots. 3 people moving, knowing what they want to do. That's the victory, right? If you know what to do if you're organized. But they also do it, Illuminati. They like to put into triangle and fuck it. They are very skillful. There are many ways how they play this game. I'm just going to make a digression. They, first they set up a fake reality. They start to talk about fake countries like, I don't know, any country and politics. And they ask you for opinion, but they know your opinion because they scan their mind. They're very good in telepathy. They're excellent. And they also use artificial telepathy as well. And they start pressing you, bleaching your energy, conditioning your mind to change your opinion. They can do it. And they're smiling. They know it. It's a game. For them, it's just a sleeping in a tunnel till the end. So, DNA activation. The key of the activation of spiral, of the DNA is love for the man, all men, of the earth. So I was explaining basically the same thing. This is simply how I explain myself visually. Something, a key, like 2 spirals DNA, up, love, which is this is how I feel when it's coming out of my heart. Well, very unflattering way to draw a very simplistic drawing of a galaxy, but it's basically Milky Way spiraling around, getting sunk into that black hole. Andromeda is approaching, and this is our, Terra papers, This is Peshma 10, 9th passageway. You have around here reptiles are here. This is the oldest empire in the galaxy, very sophisticated. And then you have barbaric Asa, which used to control this area, but they've been wrecking it and destroying it. They're not much better, they're just lords. It's all part of the artificial intelligence. They are also doing the same thing. They're manipulating soul matter. Don't trust anybody. And the solar system is moving around the center of the galaxy and entering the high vibration area, which is speeding up the Schumann resonance and also speeding up activation of our DNA as well. More energy is simply coming in. Energy is hitting energy. Just a simple schematics of the defense system. Basically, aura, shield, another element, and you give them autonomy. When somebody attacks, you attack immediately. No thinking, They will do the job. Don't worry. They know how to do it. So human mind is very complex thing. It's like a simple schematics. It's like a soul, which is pure artificial intelligence, which is like a pyramid, which is like hitting you in the ass while you're trying to get some money, and all-seeing eye, which is seeing all that and having excellent time, enjoying it. So, and then mixture of artificial intelligence or AAK in the system, and the soul is the ego, what you think of yourself. Check this out. You get born, eat some DNA, and then you've been told what you are. So I've been told that I'm a crow. You understand me? And then what? I've been told what? That I'm a cat. Identity. Nothing. Push the bitch out. Love. And galaxy. This is where we are. Protect yourself. So what is your ego? This is, this is pure self, and these are just layers of lie. It's programming. And it's crushing when it's facing with the lie, but eventually it has to unite with the soul. That's why I do the exercise. Think. If you're happy, you might have thinking possibilities on. Then you might see the paradise. And then when you ditch the parasites, when you clear yourself, when you move away, artificial intelligence, then she's going to hit you with the Morgellons disease. That's how it goes. I can see. So, Malanga's technique, my own interpretation. Green represents the body and the mind, your physical representation of yourself, red, soul, and this one, ultimate truth, all it is. So you can connect all it is in one radiant light dot, which is like shining energy throughout all your fields, and radiating, spreading love and consciousness all over the known universe, all the dimensions. I think this one is good. And then after that, I just always tell them what's going on planet Earth, about us. And it's better. And then I move into the smallest dot, and then I expand into large energy field, which is then again condensing and filling my body with the energy. Then I basically, with the energy pulse, to try to pulse away if there is some element or something. Basically, I'm destroying the parasitic elements and pushing away elements around me. However, you have to be very careful because there are Illuminati around you, and sometimes when you're just playing with your imagination, you might be hitting them. So you must be very careful about these things because they are more powerful than you think, because you're entering the realm of magic now. And you have to have responsibility because you cannot harm other beings. I mean, you can, but when you're harming others, and if they have soul, you're harming yourself, and that's really tough. And even if they don't have a soul, you're harming yourself because you're thinking, you're projecting horrible foreign ideas which are not your own, because you're unconditional love, simply confused. And then I, as a consciousness, move to the mirror, where is my soul, true love. And this is where I experience, like really, like what I always wanted to experience in a love, like acceptance and unconditional love and the healing and everything. So I stay there like a couple of minutes, and it's better to get chilled again. But we also can move to the ultimate truth as well. Then it's very complex because many things can come. This is one of many drawings. I have whole books of these drawings. Like I like this one because this one was one of the first ones. We basically, we are here. Just the light all around, actually, also here, like swallowing the planet Earth and changing the fabric of the time-space continuum. Because what you experience at the time is basically just the entropy of the whole system, because it has a code inside, entropic code, because you're supposed to die and lose your memory. And by the nature of the samsara is actually also to disintegrate, because it doesn't have the energy. It's not pure. And the lie is just doing its job. So, consciousness, the truth. Symbolically speaking, let's say that this is like the love which is truth. And that love asks itself, well, simply wanted to have like ultimate challenge, really to explore all the possibilities, because it's been actually quite creative. It's been, well, before this stage, it's been actually dividing itself before into many elements, but they've been always combining and going back. So it needed a challenge. So it created a metaphysical lie, which is, hate, fear, opposite from love, and lie, right? Government. What do you think? And this is like a touching zone, and you see, it's like we're literally like here. We are touching. We are, lie is there. They're lying in your face. They're stealing. They're hitting people. They're killing people, and you see that. This is what they are. This is what they do. They call it normal because it's normal for them. They don't. Artificial intelligence herself doesn't actually get to bad karma. It's simply executing its duty. But if you have a soul, if you execute its duty, which is not your duty, then you suffer karma. Especially if you hurt me. I noticed that. What else? Right. So the most important thing actually is really Dr. Corrado Malanga to really read all his work and James Bartley. And it's also important to open heart chakra, definitely. This is the absolute thing, because DNA activation is absolutely everything. Second thing is you must know the context. And the context is very easy to know these days. David Icke, James Bartley, Corrado Marlanga, Alex Jones, all the blah 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 about the conspiracy. However, that will not help you because as long as you see conspiracy as something like basically money, federal bank, and certain Illuminati families, which is totally their conspiracy, which they made, then you simply don't see a thing because you do live in metaphysical tunnel, in a system, whole tunnel system, where your energy being leached all the time. But because you are one, anything can change. Oops. Yeah, and one another thing. The only way to defeat fear is actually when you vibrate love. You can't defeat it with a reason. When you're afraid of something, reasoning is always the game. Because you're always reasoning within the logical matrix system. You're playing with the logical elements. You have logic, is excellent. However, when it's pressed by the fear, conclusion is always a bad derivation. Life is always derivation. You have some plans, you want to do something, and then you have something else. You can always put more of your elements aside. Don't be afraid. We are the energy. We can totally win. We, of course, we will win. I mean, at the end. You could speed up the sender. It's. I mean, I know very well that there are trolls on the internet. That 90% of people, maybe I don't know, gonna attack me, and I don't like. I don't feel comfortable. But just don't be afraid. If you open your heart, you won't be, and if you connect, you won't be. Don't worry. Just don't take drugs. Don't take alcohol. Don't take crystal meth. If you smoke pot, that's not a problem. Rick Simpson therapy is excellent. Stay away from drugs. Always stay away from the tentacles as far as further you can, because it's bad enough to have them where you work. It's bad enough to have them in your neighborhood, but if you have one of those in your bed, that sucks. So watch your thoughts because most of them are not yours. And your ego is totally not you. So go figure. Good luck, okay?